Hey guys, Zach here. I know it's called football. What a weekend of football so far. United with a late winner today. Spurs with two late goals the other day against Leicester City. Now United up to fourth place. Tottenham still a couple games in hand and above Arsenal right now. We sit in seventh place, of course, yet to play. We face Burnley tomorrow, bottom of the league. Burnley, it's a must get 3 points, and the pressure really starting to pile up on Arsenal in that top four race, getting down to it's getting interesting, really. It's pretty important now that we keep getting as many points from these home games as we can. We did in fact lose this fixture last season to Burnley, and before that, I think it was 17 unbeaten, 15 wins, 2 draws. Up until last year, another record broken, losing to Burnley at home. Really important we get those 3 points tomorrow. I've been talking about it on Twitter for most of the day today, so if you want to give me your reactions there, always welcome to hit me up on Twitter, send me a message, give me a message here, or comment in the YouTube comments. Let me know your thoughts on the late winners that we've seen this weekend. A win tomorrow will get us back into the top four. Obviously, we have a game in hand on United, 2 in hand for West Ham, who obviously lost against United today, and Spurs will have a game in hand for us. But yeah, it's really getting down to the wire. If we do win tomorrow, which hopefully we do, it'll see us go ahead of United and Spurs and West Ham, in fact, on goal difference, at least taking over that top 4 spot for now. So again, let me know your predictions on the game, your thoughts on team news. I'm not sure what the team news is, in fact. I've been looking around. I was looking around before I made this video. Didn't see any news on Tomiyasu. I know Thomas Partey's in those training picks. Tomiyasu, of course, in them as well. Emile Smith-Rowe seems to be fully fit, even though he did play his part in that game on Thursday against Liverpool. Apparently, the news came out now that he's fully fit, 100% fit. I don't know where that's come from, but that's certainly good news to hear for us. Bukayo Saka in training picks. Callum Chambers seems to be back from his knock that he received last week against Liverpool. So if perhaps Tomiyasu isn't fully fit, we could see Callum Chambers slot in at that right back position. Other than that, I mean, everyone else seems fit. Of course, Thomas Partey came off; he will be unavailable. Granit Xhaka seen in the training pictures also unavailable. So not too sure what that means for our midfield. I don't know exactly what we'll do. Most likely, we'll see Sambi Lokonga in there alongside Martin Odegaard like we did on Thursday. Emile Smith-Rowe probably in that number 10. Martinelli was very, very bright against Liverpool. Extremely dangerous. In fact, Jurgen Klopp singling him out. He was asked a question about the game, and first thing he did actually was mention Gabriel Martinelli and sort of praised him for his quality and saying he's going to go on to have a proper career, I think he said. We all know that as Arsenal fans. It's nice to hear that from who might be the best manager in the world. It's nice to see the praise for Gabriel Martinelli. I would imagine Lacazette starts up front, Bukayo Saka most likely on the right, and it's sort of what we have right now. We don't really have many options. When it comes to squad depth, we really are running very, very thin at the moment. Just want to touch a bit on transfers now that we've talked about the Burnley game and what the team news might be. A bid for Aubameyang from the Saudi League. Arsenal yet to reply. That's reports coming from Fabrizio Romano. I'm not too sure what Arsenal are going to do here. It's very possible. We've seen Aubameyang play his last game for Arsenal after he was stripped of the captaincy. Of course, he's flown back from the Africa Cup of Nations with some complications that the Gabon medical team thought he had with his heart. Thankfully, he seems to be all right. He's made a post himself denying that he has any issues with his heart, so that's really nice to see. He is back at Arsenal, was seen by the Arsenal doctor, so great news for Oba. I'm not too sure what's going to happen with him. I mean, how many players are we moving out? Aubameyang certainly not dead wood, as people like to say. It is a bit harsh, but players like Sead Kolasinac and who's moved on to Marseille now, and really we've moved a lot of players out, and that's what it takes. These aren't players who the manager wants. Mikel Arteta doesn't want them. He's doing what he can to move them on. We came to a mutual agreement with Sead Kolasinac to terminate his contract. He was able to move to Marseille on a free, and this is what you need to free up wages. Remember, he was on quite high wages when he came here, of course, on a free as well from Schalke, so no transfer fee. He was able to earn a bit more from his wages at Arsenal. So, it's a step that we have to take. I know people are very impatient when it comes to the process and what Mikel Arteta and Arsenal and Edu are trying to do for the football club. But look, this is a step that we have to take. It's mandatory to free up that wage bill to make sure we have the funds to bring players in. Fiorentina, Dusan Vlahovic, the story of the transfer window for Arsenal, really the Benzema, the Higuain saga that we've all come to know in the January transfer window, And really nothing new. He was left out of the squad for the match that Fiorentina had today. Lots of speculation going around until about an hour later, it was reported that he tested positive for COVID-19, so that's why he was left out. No real new news, going forward regarding Dusan Vlahovic and his proposed move to Arsenal. I see a lot of reports from sort of less attractive news outlets saying that Fiorentina have accepted a bid from Arsenal. They're willing to let him go for big money now. Arsenal willing to pay around £70 million for the Serbian striker. There's a quote from the manager of Fiorentina. He said, "I see the same Dusan here every single day. We've got lots of rumors about his future, as always, but nothing has changed. I can't wait for the market to close." So interesting comments from him. And, it was interesting when he, that last game, I think it was against Genoa, when he missed that Panenka penalty and ended up scoring later on, raising his hands, and people thinking it was him saying goodbye. This is his last game for Fiorentina at home. For me, it was obvious that he was apologizing to the fans for his... You do look a bit silly when you miss a penalty like that. When it comes off Alexis Sanchez, Andre Pirlo, when you see it, it's brilliant to score a Panenka like that. But it didn't come off. He was apologizing. He went over to the manager. It's clear that he has respect for Fiorentina, and it's very admirable, Dusan Vlahovic, his attitude and his professionalism. I'm not quite sure you can say the same for his agent. Lots of rumors about not picking up phone calls, not willing to negotiate even with Fiorentina themselves. The manager and the owner of Fiorentina seemingly, getting quite upset with the agent himself, who apparently isn't willing to negotiate anything for Dusan Vlahovic. And you can't really blame him. He's willing to stay until the summer. Apparently, these are the rumors to help Fiorentina get back into Europe. He has a lot of respect for this club. Obviously, they've given him a very good chance for his career to make a name for himself, especially in Italy. I mean, look at him now. One of the most sought-after strikers in the world at the moment. And so you can't really blame the agent, honestly. He's looking for the best deal for himself, for all parties involved, of course, for Dusan Vlahovic himself. But at the moment, according to Fabrizio Romano, nothing really has changed on that situation. The Arthur loan, Arthur Melo, the Brazilian, the Juventus player. Arsenal had this proposal for a 6-month deal. They wanted to bring him in short term. There was no obligation. There was no option to buy. It was a six-month deal that Arsenal wanted from Juventus. Arthur Melo, very willing to come to Arsenal. Very attractive for him. He knows he would get a lot of first-team football here, often coming on as a sub for Juventus. And looks like now Juventus very, very... they have every right, I suppose, not to want to let him go. They don't have a replacement. Juventus manager Allegri was asked about Arthur and the Arsenal rumors. He said, "This is our team. We're not going to change anything. Arthur's part of Brazil's national team. He's an important player." Juventus, according to Fabrizio Romano, this was a tweet coming out today, he said Juventus are not accepting the 6-month loan proposal submitted by Arsenal as of now. Apparently, they want an 18-month loan deal for Arthur to go to Arsenal with an option to buy. It's important to know that it's not an obligation. But, look, for me, I think you take it. I don't know too much about Arthur. I mean, I've seen him. He was brilliant at Barcelona in his time there. He's moved to Juventus. Hasn't quite worked out for him there. But, a good player on his day, very good at controlling the ball. I think he would look good alongside Thomas Partey, in my opinion, in that midfield too that obviously Mikel Arteta likes to play. So I don't know. It's tricky, man. We got 1 week left, and we have yet to bring in a player. We've let Ballingood go. We've let Sead Kolasinac go. Maitland-Niles has gone on loan. It looks like perhaps Aubameyang could be leaving. Burton Leno could be walking out the door. There's strong rumors of the American Matt Turner with a move to Arsenal. Apparently, according to Charles Watts, no official bid has been sent to the New England Revolution, but there are talks of a $5 million bid for the American 27-year-old. I've watched him a lot this summer. He did brilliantly for the New England Revolution. I think they finished the league in first place, 20 points ahead. They ended up getting knocked out of the playoffs, but MLS goalkeeper of the year. He had a fantastic summer with the United States national team, winning the oh, Jesus Christ. Imagine that, huh? I almost said World Cup. Winning the Gold Cup against Mexico this summer. He's a very good keeper, a brilliant shot stopper. He really, really is a good shot stopper. He's very commanding in the box. And that seems, when you look at Aaron Ramsdale, it seems the type of goalkeeper that Mikel Arteta would like to bring in. Burton Leno, not quite of that caliber. Very good shot stopper, obviously, Burton Leno, but doesn't really command the box as well. Not very comfortable with his feet. And when he plays for the U.S., he's very much a keeper who likes to play with the ball at his feet. Very commanding, loves to come out for a cross. And again, like I said, a brilliant shot stopper, rather. Now, just something on, speaking of midfield, as I close up here, Aaron Ramsey will leave Juventus in the final week of the window. Fabrizio Romano was quoted in saying that. He said, Juventus manager Allegri, Aaron's not with the team as he's set to leave the club, and talks are ongoing with the Premier League comeback. Interesting one here. I don't know if any of you watching would want Aaron Ramsey back. I don't know. I mean, it would be on a free. Obviously, he left the Juventus on a free a couple years ago. Hasn't quite worked out for him there, sadly. I don't know what I would like. I mean, do you sign him on a short-term deal? I mean, people talked about Jack Wilshere. I mean, it's clear we have an issue in the midfield. We don't have a midfield. Granit Xhaka is out. Thomas Partey is out now. Granit Xhaka is going to be banned for 2 more games. Partey will be back after the Burnley game. We only have 4 games in the next 2 months or so. No Carabao Cup, no FA Cup, no Europe. Strictly Premier League games. So those games in hand that we have on West Ham and United are going to be played out. We should see a healthy team, barring any injuries in training, and of course COVID outbreaks are always possible and dangerous. The UK now, I think, lifting restrictions on COVID mandates. So look, guys, let me know what you think. Who should we be bringing in? Is Dusan Vlahovic a player you would like to see at Arsenal? Should we be going for a striker? I mean, you let me know what you think. It's clear we need a striker. Aubameyang could be leaving, and Nketiah, Lacazette both had a contract this summer. We're going to have to spend big, I think, again this summer, and it's why Arsenal are pushing so hard for Dusan Vlahovic this January window. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Hit me up on Twitter, guys. I'm always willing to talk and talk about Arsenal, talk about football in general. As always, I would love to have a guest on it and just go back and forth about anything Premier League football related. So again, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you've made it this far, I always appreciate any views and any interactions I get. So guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you when I see you.